Starting off today's adventure, I was driving around in my hot rod going to a free mode event, which is why we're at a police station. I hopped off my hot rod and I was planning on walking in normally and asking if I can borrow some launch codes. But the man behind the counter said I was dead. I got confused and showed it was he who was dead, not me. I walked in expecting launch codes, but I couldn't even access the computer to get them. That's when I noticed that someone else had already found them. I sat there for a while thinking about how I just shot someone in the face to get launch codes, and there was someone else who was already 3 steps ahead of me. But after 3 long hours of pouting, I remembered that it was a cop I shot in the face, and I was still standing in the police station. So I tried to make a break for it, but 3 hours was just long enough for me to get shot in the back of the head. After a while, I was kinda sad about losing the launch codes, but I decided I should change for the better. So I made up my mind I was gonna be a cop. But first, I had to take out these fakes, and the stars in the top right represent how good I am at being a cop, I think. But look at me, hiding behind a door. Rule 1 in the cop book I found in the library, the same library where I met a girl named Susan. She was hiding in the very back for some reason, but I couldn't get over how absolutely stunning she looked under that bookshelf. She held her hand out to me, and she had her mouth wide open, but not saying anything. I think it's because she was so surprised at how I looked at my shirt that said, "Reading is for losers." So I took her hand and took her back to my apartment. She said something about legs being broke, but I think she was talking about my mannequin in the corner. Anyways, one day she was talking about something and all I heard was launch codes. And once I heard that, I went to go get some. She probably wanted them for something. Anyways, I saw a car that had a number closer to 1 than mine, so I took it from some more fakes. Sitting in this seat already makes me feel like a better cop. Why don't they all just have low numbers? So I saw this car here waiting for a red light to turn green. I had thought if there's no red light, I could just keep going past, right? So that's what I did. So after a bit, some cops decided that it was time to put me down after running that red light earlier. I instinctively started driving backwards like my childhood hero Tomater taught me. And to my surprise, it worked. I mean, it's not like I ever doubted our Lord and Savior, but I just didn't expect them to keep driving forward is all. I was just driving around when I saw 3 men all synchronized. I thought it was so majestic until they broke sync. And since they took every bit of happiness from me, I made it my mission to kill them all. I rode up to some friendly cops. I wanted to take them on a ride on my moped, but when I honked, they dropped their coffees. I tried to say sorry, but they didn't listen to me. Then I tried to make up for it by taking them on a ride. They didn't hear me, so I tried honking again to get their attention, and then they shot me. Sometime earlier, I lost my moped to the cops, but this time I had a friend to help me get it back. After we got it back, we were going to take a victory lap, but cops are sore losers and ran me over, and before my brain would function and process that I was about to die, the cop shot me to death. And again, I had to get my moped back, but this time, I thought of a good plan. It consisted of death, a core thing all my other plans were missing. I was just driving up to see what these people were doing, and a dump truck blew both of them up, and like any wolf in a pack, I started following the alpha leader. He did just murder 2 people. I think it would be safe to be on his good side. Actually, I take that back. I was trying to show off in front of some people I just met. I tried to do a cool trick, but I messed up, and I landed beside a trash can where I belong. I was just driving around when I crashed, and whenever I tried to get back on my bike, I accidentally opened someone's door. After I ended up getting back onto my bike, I wanted to say sorry for scaring them. So, I closed their door for them. This moment right here is what changed my GTA life forever. It was when I met Sandra. I took her to my place as a first date to see if she liked what she saw. She said she did, so we went to get her tidied up, and then we got married. I know, she's beautiful. Here I was using the horn for the best purpose I could find. Right now I'm in the start of my journey of climbing the tallest mountain in GTA 5 with a moped. And I'll show it all so you don't call me a phony. Anyways, that was me at 8 times speed, and I'm not a phony. Then I decided to ride down the mountain instead of up this time. Well, let's just say it was easier riding up the mountain. Here I was perfecting a trick shot I had thought of on innocent citizens of Los Santos. But don't worry, I told them I would buy them ice cream after. I wanted to show these citizens some cool tricks I could do on my bike, but they showed me something cool they could do. I found myself on top of a roof, and I saw someone standing on the edge. I wanted to help them down, but he ended up slipping when I was trying to help him. He tried everything to survive, but I don't think he tried living, because he still died. I ended up jumping after him to see if he was okay. He was doing fine. I wasn't though, but I didn't die like him. Guess pineapples are just stronger. I was just sitting here waiting for my friend to get back, and I heard something behind me. It was a car. I pointed at it, laughing at how it stuck, but I was curious to see if I could get in it with it like that. But that was a mistake, because shortly after I was teleported someplace far away from my friend. But after a quick trip I made it back and he was still just standing there. I felt like I had wasted my time, so I made it up the only way I knew how. When the ambulance came to try and revive some people I had just murdered, I took their vehicle. While I was in a rush to try and see if I can keep the ambulance truck, I ran over this woman, and to my disappointment, I wasn't able to put it in my garage. I was sad that I can't keep it as a part-time job of somewhat saving people, kinda like that woman I just ran over. I had a flashback of me playing single player mode when we robbed the jewelry store, and to get away from the cops we took motorcycles through this tunnel. Then that's when I thought that if we just brought a bus it would be more efficient because it could hold more people, so we only had to get one, and it would be funner. So I started my journey down the tunnel. But instead of going the normal way, we went through this tunnel here. And with the gun sent by aliens, you can make it to a spot just as good as the other one. The only thing is you have to put the bus into the 18-wheeler, like the bikes. And I couldn't test that, but I think it will do fine. I was just doing tricks, and that's when I slammed my face into a truck. I wanted to get on this billboard, but I sucked so bad I didn't even make this 1-inch jump. I was in a cop chase and I was trying to jump over the cop cars, but I was 1 centimeter short and died because of it. I'm doing a mission, and I didn't have enough time to finish it, so I decided to kill myself. And hey, I get $2,000 for blowing myself up. I'm just dancing on my taco truck. You can ignore me, unless you want to contribute to my OnlyFans, taco stripper. Look at me, flying through the sky. Actually, help, I forgot how long I was here. I thought I could wait it out, but time is meaningless now. Dear Journal, this is day 7 of me waiting for the madness to end. Oh, thank goodness, the GTA gods blessed me. I was trying to make this jump, but I clipped my face on barbed wire fence and went flying. Since I'm a pineapple, I wanted anything pineapple related, and I heard that there's a pineapple mask in GTA, so I went to the place where they sell it and found it. But turns out you have to pay in coins, and well, I'm poor in coins. But you're allowed to buy some, so I did, but you can only buy 20,000 at a time. So I had to gamble, and gamble I did, for at least 20 hours. I think I have a problem. So after losing all my coins on gambling and being thrown out for crying too much, I decided that I would do something else, and that thing was getting my bike onto a train. But like any drug addict, I wanted more, and I wanted to get on top of the train engine. But I fell off, and like drug addicts, when they lose their high, I ran myself into a train. Don't believe me? Do drugs and see if you ram into a train. I decided to make some friends one day, and they got scared when I got lit on fire. I don't know why they were so scared. It wasn't like they were on fire. It didn't bother me so much. I finally ended up back at the casino and bought some more coins so I could finally get that pineapple mask I've wanted ever since I saw it. Shortly after I bought the pineapple mask, I was getting checked out by some guy and he blew me a kiss. Instead of blowing a kiss back, I fist bumped my chest to put him into the friend zone. I ended up getting into his car, just as friends though. We are here to participate in a free mode event going on, and we were supposed to take the car with the green arrow, but I got distracted with the bouncing car. We killed everyone there and he took the event car, and I took the bouncy boy. After a bit we found this guy sitting here, and my friend started doing unspeakable acts to him. I guess there's a reason why I friend zoned him. I finally learned how to use the car correctly, and I think this is the best way of driving. I bought a pool cue from a gun store and well, it needed to be tested out, but I think I tested it out for a little too long. Okay, we're done here, and honestly, I don't know how I didn't get bored of hitting that car either. I ended up keeping the car, but it would just get repaired either way, so I just made it look really bad and put explosives in it. Oh hey, this episode I'm a safe. If there was a dude that looked like this outside my store, I would be shivering in fear. This is part of the adventure when I transform into a super pineapple. And the first steps in turning myself into a super pineapple is covering my whole body with tattoos. I finished up with the tattoos and went to go get properly attired. You can see the tattoos later, I promise. And here's what you've all been waiting for, the super pineapple form. I think I did really good on everything, including the shoes. But just take a moment to admire this, it's so beautiful. And sorry, I don't have any footage with the super pineapple yet. Disappointing, I know. I wanted to see him in action too. But if you want to see him early before my next GTA video comes out, check out my Twitch. But hey, thanks for making it to the end of the video. If you like the longer type of video, leave a like so I know you like it. And if you don't but still like the content, then leave a comment telling me so. And if you don't like anything about the video, feel free to dislike it and move on with your day. I won't hate. Also, check out my description for my friends. I'd appreciate it if you said hi to them. But truly, I'm glad you made it to the end of the video. I hope I made you laugh at least once. And with that said, I cherish every one of you, and peace.